Now that we have our site all set up, let's talk about the WordPress dashboard, which is what you see right here. And the WordPress dashboard has a lot of stuff on it that in the beginning especially, you mostly just need to ignore. As we go through the course, you'll learn all these different things. But in the beginning, you'll just start with the basic stuff and we'll go step by step through it. So if you're, if you're like me and you like just to click around, go for it and check stuff out and play, hey, why not? If you're a more structured person like a lot of teachers, you want to go step by step by step. And this step, we're just going to talk about the WordPress dashboard. And then in future lessons, we'll talk about how to add posts and pages and all the differences between that. So let's talk about the WordPress dashboard. So this is site. You can see it's got a little pencil there. So it's where you can do your writing, where your pages and posts, where you're going to do most of that stuff. Media is where you'll put pictures and videos, things about people leaving comments, feedback. There's something called Jetpack, which is kind of neat. Helps with backup, helps make your site a little faster, helps with stats, helps with images and a few other things. You'll learn more about that later. Design is where you can pick a theme, and if you're completely new to WordPress, WordPress has different types of themes for different types of looks. It is an assignment coming up, and you can get your whole life lost in the world of themes as you see all the different cool themes they have out there. And in the beginning, you're like, I don't know which theme is cool, so you end up trying out lots of them. So be careful, that can be a bit of a rabbit hole, but it can be fun. So for example, on my personal website, this is a theme that I use. That's kind of what I call a clean theme. There's not a lot of choices on it, and people have to click in order to get to more choices. But up front, it should be fairly easy. We have our tools in here, which are plugins, which, by the way, you don't have with the free account. So you probably won't use this at all. You have the manage down here, which is if you want to change things. So we'll get into the settings a little bit. And lastly, you have something called WP Admin. Now, to make things confusing, we have WordPress.com, which is what you are using. And there's also something called WordPress.org, which is the free version of the software that you can use to build your own personal website, which is what I use actually for MrBowl.com. You're not going to have to worry about that. Just know that it exists. And when you hear about WordPress.org, it's just not something for you at the moment, so you can just ignore it. But if you click on WordPress Admin, it'll come here and it'll look just a little bit different. This is how WordPress looked originally, and it actually is how I use it on my MrBowl.com site. But you can actually use this to do stuff, but we'll stick in this one here, and you'll do all your posts and pages and your media and your pictures and all that kind of stuff here. All right, so that's the WordPress dashboard. Feel free to click around and have a play with it, and then we'll move on to later assignments where we get more involved.